I want you
This
to
is the
know,
problem.
this is probably one of the most anticipated talks that I've had in a while. Like, everybody kept asking me, even in DMs, they're like, when are you going live? When are you going live? I'm gonna come
When
to
is
your
this
stream and talk
happening?
about this.
When is this
Yeah, I'm
happening?
like-
Let's do it.
Am I in a good
Yeah.
spot, or like should I move?
Yeah, no,
so
you're
I'm not-
great. No, nobody needs to see the screen. It's fine. Nobody looks
Cool.
at
All
that.
right, cool.
I
I'll
mean,
make it
like,
even worse, you know.
I'll tell you if you gotta move or something. Yeah, I'll tell you if you gotta move. So, all right, when are you going live? In 5 minutes. We're canceling stream for another 5 minutes.
Yep. Stream's
it,
done.
chat.
Stream's done. Sorry. Damn.
Stream's
Yeet.
done.
Yeet.
Yeah, you know how they are around here. Hello, chat. Hello, welcome in. We're talking about male VTubers today. So male VTubers are valid. Okay, great talk, guys. Thanks for coming.
Stream's over. Good job, everybody. Damn.
Good job. Yeah, high fives, everybody. Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We did it. Oh God. Oh, it's so cold here.
So cold in the void.
It's
so cold.
void.
Oh my God, I saw the Asmin post about male VTubers. Such a wild take. Oh, don't worry, Blinks. We're gonna talk about that. I got you today. But you know what? I have to admit something. Why is there a banana?
That's a big ass banana.
Why did you bring a banana with you?
Sorry, that was from my pocket. My bad.
Oh, okay. I know we're talking about boys today, but put your banana away, guys.
Put your banana away, God.
Okay. True story. My dad used to tell me to keep a banana in my pocket, so if a girl ever came up to me and said, "Hey, are you just happy to see me?" or "There's a banana in your pocket," I could say, "There's a banana in my pocket."
And you just whip out the banana.
Yeah, just whip out the banana, you know.
Your dad literally was like, "Return to Monkey Flare." Come on, like. That's incredible. That sounds like some shit my dad would do. I love that. Yeah. Can I meet Daddy Flare sometime? What do you call him, Papa Flare?
Sorry, I got blasted by milk.
Yeah, let's just pretend like that's milk. Sure.
Yeah, I want to talk to Papa Flare. He sounds base.
Papa Flare is unhinged. Oh man.
I love that. Speaking of unhinged, welcome to my stream. Hello everybody. Hope you're doing incredible. I am so happy today because we have two very special guests, Flare and Redclaw. And guys, I gotta admit something to you. I know it's kind of crazy. You might be sad about this, but unlike Twitter, what they have to say, I'm not a guy, guys. I'm not a male VTuber.
I'm sorry, chat. She does not have a penis. I'm sorry.
And thus, guys, I can't actually.
There goes my fantasy.
I can't give you an informed opinion on male VTubing. But don't worry, because I got two amazing VTubers who can do that. That's right. I brought you the two bestest male VTubers that I could possibly get within a 5-minute span of making a tweet. And here they are, guys.
That's right.
She's got me for a solid hour because I was like, I don't really know. I have so many business meetings and stuff like. I guess I can squeeze you in.
Sorry, you and your business meetings. Well, you're such a man with your business meetings.
Joke's on you. It's a legitimate business meeting, so screw you.
So you're not a man, unfortunately. Or fortunately, up to you. Yeah, you decide. But also
you make the call.
Or you're a man. That's true. That's what it is. Yeah.
But it is really awesome, guys, because there was one particular person I wanted to bring on today, and it's actually Flare. If you guys don't know, Flare actually is part of a co-stream where he runs the channel with Umbry as well. So he literally is probably one of the only people on Earth that can talk about the direct effects of female VTubing versus male VTubing in the entirety of this space. So, Flare,
technically true, yeah.
Yeah, you're like the chosen one today, Flare. You're like the avatar.
I'm the chosen one.
We're relying on you for this information and your insight.
There's no pressure here. No pressure here.
Yeah, no pressure. Just people are probably gonna clip this and use this as a main argument online. So, no pressure or anything, bro. You got this.
Okay, cool.
I believe in you. Papa, thank you for the resubscribe. So welcome in. No pressure at all. I think the last 5 minutes of loading is happening all at once. Yeah, you know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
But
Hey yo, is that
thank you
BPV? Sorry, I saw
Yeah.
Buff Puff Virus and I dab him up.
I love. Look, my goal in life is to collect all the virus accounts, minus the Lana Lizard virus account because they're gone now, and we don't like them.
Yeah.
I want to collect all of them, like the Infinity Stones. That's my job. I want to like just collect them, just keep them all. Be like, oh yes, one more for my collection. Oh yes,
We
one
have
more
them
virus
all.
account.
We got them all. Let's go.
I actually
That's
talked about
exactly.
this a while ago. I'm like, if I ever got a virus account, would it be like a Flare virus, an Umbreon virus, or be like a Mythic Duo virus? You know, would it just be the virus of the duo?
That'd be your dad. Maybe Papa Flare virus.
Papa Flare virus. There we go.
Let's go.
This time I had the fucking banana in your pocket.
What's it called? I have one. It's I do have one. It's Redclaw vaccine. But the thing is, I love them because
it's not even a virus. It's a vaccine.
no. It's fine.
I
Because
like
hear me
the
out.
vax
So
accounts too.
No, the reason why they did the vaccine was because I made the joke. It's like, oh, it's fine because like if they're a vaccine, like much like how Twitter views male VTubers, they're just gonna think it's like we don't exist. Just like vaccines, half the people on Twitter don't think we're real.
Wait, male VTubers exist? I thought I was talking to my subconscious this entire time. Y'all are
Sorry,
real?
I hate to break it to you. We are
That
in
would
the house.
be the biggest plot twist right here if Elara just controlling all the models.
Wait. You're telling me that Asmongold was wrong about something? No, that can't be right. You're pulling my leg.
I'm shocked. I'm fucking
You know, maybe
shocked.
now that he's gone for a week, maybe he can clean up his room. You know, give him some time.
Maybe he can finally clean his
maybe.
room.
Like,
Chad,
I don't even care that he's like his house is dirty or whatever. He can do whatever he wants. But I'm like, yeah, okay, bro. Well, whatever this take is, we're gonna talk about it, chat, because I haven't done any news since Friday, and holy shit, I got a lot to catch up on. But this has been the hot topic over on Twitter and pretty much everywhere. So I was like, you know what? We gotta talk about this shit because it is absolutely fucking nuts. And I just want to know from y'all too, you know, looking from the outside in, how do you feel about this whole drama? I mean, it comes up every 6 months, it feels like, right?
I think that's the thing. Like because it comes up every 6 months. Like it's one like I remember. I think it was Sens who like brought it up. Like, oh, have you noticed that like everyone but male VTubers are really talking about this? And I'm like, yeah, because we've been here before. Like I've seen this movie. I know how it ends. It's a stupid ending.
Honestly, there's nothing that ever really changes when it comes down to the male VTuber. Like, is male VTubers even, you know, relevant kind of discussion? Because again, it happens like every half a year, you know, and been doing this. I mean, we all been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I
So
mean, we've
we've
all
all
been
seen
around,
this.
what, 4 or 5 years now? Like, we're old, chat. We're boomers.
I mean, in the grand scheme of VTubing, we might as well be.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, what is this?
Actually-
I think we're all in our 3.0s right now, aren't we? I think. Am I correct?
God, I'm well
like,
past that.
yeah,
I'm
but
like in my like 6.0. Like,
it's like officially 3.0 for me hasn't dropped, but like I might as well be at 3.0. So like, yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah,
I guess, you know, if we count the dinosaur
yeah, no, it's
model
3.0
and the
for you
human
because
model.
you had your first Redclaw model with the really tiny arms, and then your arms got even smaller, and then your arms got even smaller, and then you to compensate, you got really,
I'm about
really,
to
really
break
big
your
arms.
arms. I'm about to make it so that you have like the hand from the guy from Scary Movie 2 if you keep this up. All right?
I'm gonna share my opinions with you with my strong hand.
Who needs hands when you got a banana in your pocket, right?
That's
Right? Am I right?
oh my god. You know, I really I want to give you guys mostly the platform today because look, I do have a lot to say, right, chat, but my word is not really weighted much in this particular conversation, right? Because yes, I can absolutely share my thoughts on content creation, I can share my thoughts on male VTubers, etc., right? But I'm not a male VTuber, so I am not the best person to share my thoughts and put them out there, right? You need actual male VTubers to talk about it, right? Because they're the ones that are going through it. They're the ones that are actually living through this. wait, chat, Elara's a woman, holy shit! You know what I
Dear
mean?
God.
Like, I can't speak on this in the same way that these boys can, so I really do want to give them the platform today. However, I just want to kind of give you just a tiny, itty-bitty backstory, chat, on why we're here today, because this didn't just happen out of nowhere, right? It seems like it did, but it didn't actually. This did come from...
I'm enjoying seeing Flair being like, 1 second, let me just bend down, let me just
Yeah,
down.
no, I know. Don't worry about it.
Gotta get a little bit for the conversation, but back on April 3rd, chat, Cover, HoloLive, made a decision to actually change HoloStar's management structure. If you don't know HoloStars, well, that's the boys, right? That's a separate kind of branch of HoloLive and Cover that does a lot of stuff with the boys, right? So they decided that they're gonna pull back on a lot of stuff. They're gonna be doing more independent. Basically, the word was like independent, focused stuff. Now we'll talk about this more in depth tomorrow, but they're basically focusing on more independent related stuff. They're going to kind of roll back like concerts, merch releases, anniversary items, original songs, etc. So they're basically downsizing the HoloStars portion of stuff, right? The boys part of stuff. A lot of people are kind of like, well, why the fuck are they doing this, right? Well, I hate to use the Cinder terminology, but it is just business, right?
It's just business.
I hate to use that.
Nothing personnel, kid.
But like, whatever, HoloLive's not making money, or they feel like it's not the best for them, right? So they're kind of downsizing it. And their business aside, right, chat? Even though that is important, a lot of people are kind of talking about, well, why did this happen, right? And how do male VTubers fit into the grand scheme of VTubing as a whole, right? So I love that Redclaw said this earlier, actually, before we got on. He was like, well, things probably would have chilled out until Asmongold shared his take on what was going on.
This guy, this freaking... I'm gonna be real. When you pass it over to us, I'm gonna be like, Flair, you go first, because I'm willing to be the bad guy today. I'm willing to be the bad guy today. So you can go first when she passes it to us. Let's go.
So Asmongold recently spoke about what was going on with HoloLive, and of course, HoloStars as well, and male VTubers. And this is what Asmongold has to say in this video, right? Again, we're going to dive into this more tomorrow. I'll give you all the deep details, but I am going to read to you what he said, right? So Asmongold and why he thinks male VTubers serve no purpose relative to female VTubers. Male VTubers are based. VTubing is all about girls. A female activity. It's like a clever use of game mechanics where women can stream without having to be hot. If you look at the top 100 male streamers, a lot of ugly dudes. If you look at this top 100 female streamers, every single one at least above average. Reason why? Guys watch girls because they're hot. Male VTubers serve no purpose. Value people get out of VTubing is fantasy of the character. Basically, every single unattractive girl that's successful in streaming is a VTuber. Maybe there's a couple exceptions on TikTok or something. So very superficial take, right? Talking about how people are ugly. If you're ugly, you can get away with it. You can be a VTuber, etc. Right? So, you can stand back up, Flair. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
You're allowed to sit back down in the comfy chair.
So I feel like, again, looking from the outside in, right? I feel like this is an L take, right? Not only because you're saying, oh well, VTubing is only if you're unattractive, so you use this as a crutch. I think that's actually really a dumb take, because half the time the VTubers have shown their faces, actually 99.9%, they're all fucking hot. So it's like, this makes no sense. But I'm going to pass this to Flair and Redclaw, because again, they're the male VTubers. I'm not. And I would love to hear your guys' take on this whole entire thing and just how you feel about it.
I mean, first, do we really want to talk about the fact of like what is attractive and what is not attractive to a man that looks like Asmongold also? But
boom, got him. And thanks for coming, guys. Great stream.
There it is. There it is.
Borg, thank you for giving us some. Got him.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the Meat Canyon animation of him, but I feel like it's pretty spot on. I feel like it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, isn't there like a new one? I don't think I've seen the new one yet.
Yeah, the newest one. He keeps losing hair and stuff like that, so it's just like he's like, oh, look at what that used to look like, and what does I look like now? And I'm like, yeah, that's accurate. It's okay. It's accurate.
But again, I feel like to invalidate male VTubers, right, makes absolutely no sense because male VTubers are part of the VTubing sphere, right? Yes, I think it's the overall statement. It is fair to say that male VTubers are typically less popular than female VTubers, but we are going to talk about that in a little bit more depth here in just a bit. I do want to kind of stick on, Asmongold's take about stuff, and then we'll kind of move on to talk about some of those things, but I felt like this thing was extremely superficial. I felt like this, again, yes, of course you want to watch attractive people, right? Absolutely, but, VTubing is not all about look. It's more about actually like a way to represent yourself in a medium as a content creation art form, right? So,
So, Flair, am I allowed to take
the
mic?
I interrupted you before, so I'll let you go.
Do you want me to pass the talking stick? Like, like...
No, I'm being...
The talking banana.
I appreciate receiving the talking banana. Okay. So here's my biggest issue with this entire, thing that he made is one... And we talked about this, before, we started. He's not saying anything fucking new. If you look at chat, if you read what he is saying, it's a long-winded, nerdier version of the only thing VTubers are good for is gooning to, and all of the girls that VTube are secretly ugly or men. That's just what it is. We've heard this time and time and time again. It's nothing new. And the thing that I find really, not funny, not ha-ha funny, but it's kind of fucked up funny is, even though he's not in it anymore because he got ousted, this is the dude that was a co-founder of Mythic, who some of their biggest content creators were female VTubers. This is him basically saying, the only worth he saw in people that worked with his company were that they could jerk off to them.
Well, and also too, to kind of add to that, we mentioned being superficial and the sexualization as well. Why are we looking at content creation as only a form of superficiality and sexualization, right? Why are we not looking at content creation as, I don't know, the creation part of content, right? Yes,
so this is
absolutely. You can make adult content. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great, but why is it always just that?
So here's the thing. And this is the part where, I'll be real. Last time I was here, I did upset some of the Asmon fans in chat. And they tried starting shit with me on Twitter afterwards. I'm going to upset them again, and I don't care. This is all projection. All of this is projection. He's talking about he's talking about female VTubers like this because this is what he thinks about female VTubers. And the reason why he's trying to say that male VTubers don't have value is because he doesn't think he would succeed as a male VTuber. And he's right, because there are a million streamers who are like Asmongold. The one difference between them is that he got fucking lucky.
Honestly,
well, also we built this platform off of World of Warcraft, right?
But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. He got lucky.
Right.
I mean, it's partial lucky. It's partial because it wasn't as like what's the word again? It wasn't as many people doing the content creation thing back then.
Yeah, no,
So
that's what I
the
mean. Like he got into
Right.
streaming early on, which allowed him to like to create a community and stuff like that. But like again, like if you go onto Twitch, you can find a million channels
place, right
where they
time.
have the same look, aesthetic, vibe, energy, entertainment level as Asmongold. He is one in a million. Like, there are tons of streamers like Asmongold. He could never do the type of shit that any VTuber can do, like whether they're male or female. This is all just projection. He knows he doesn't have the talent for it. He knows that he knows that a lot of these women are more talented than him. So he's just taking this as an opportunity to throw shots at something that he's insecure about, in my opinion.
Well, to also kind of add to this as well, chat, you know, specifically when it comes to VTubing and Asmongold's take, I mean, how much can we trust Asmongold to have an actual weight on VTuber-related topics and drama, right? I mean, we have stuff like this. I mean, go and listen to his takes on Fruit. This man doesn't actually even know anything about Fruit and was like, oh, she's a cheater, right? Which is so easily disproven. So, like, I'm sorry, I don't take anything Asmon has to say about VTubing in particular.
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about like fruits and vegetables, not fruit.
No, different fruit.
Yes, Claire, banana.
Different fruit.
No, but listen though, I actually would have believed that he doesn't know anything about fruit either. That's the thing, though, you know. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Oh, they're talking about the VTuber.
Yeah.
But like to your point though, like
funny.
I go back to again, like why should any of us care what this guy has to say about VTubing? He clearly doesn't know anything about it. He clearly doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know the nuances of like having to do this. And again, I actually firmly believe that he knows that if he tried it, he would not be successful.
Exactly, Lacey. I did like a whole stream where like. I actually have a video on my YouTube if you want to watch it. I dived into this whole thing and like debunked all that, but I would, you know, Asmongold aside, right? I would really love to hear from both of y'all as far as like, what do you feel like are kind of your personal struggles within male VTubing in particular, right? Like, you guys have friends that are girls. I mean, Flair, of course, has a very unique situation as well where he, you know, co-owns a channel as well. So I would kind of love to hear your opinion and your perception on, do you think that male VTubing is harder, you know, than being a female? Like, what's your thoughts about that?
So, yes and no.
Thank you, Borg.
So yes and no. So I feel like sometimes females have what I like to call the jingly key effect, you know? So basically you jingle
or the
keys,
jiggly
right?
key.
Jingly keys, yeah. So you jingle the keys, right? You jingle the keys in front, you know, to grab the attention, right? So a lot of like female stuff like that, sure, they have like, I feel like the built-in jingly key effect, you know? They have the booba, they have the hips, they have like, so like your attention is kept there, sure, to be able to develop more of, I guess, to watch them and figure out their personality more, whereas males may not have as much. But at the same time, it's all about personality when it comes down to it. I mean, you can look like the most attractive VTuber out there, and like if you have a crap personality, that means nothing. People are gonna come in, they're gonna disappear. It's not gonna be fun, you know. So like yes and no. I mean, when like you just said, I share a channel. So when I first started, we were actually under the channel. It was called Tiny Umbreon Girl. It was her channel alone, and I decided I wanted to like be a part of it a little bit. So I was like, here, I'll have one thing. People would come in, they'd be like, why is there a guy on a channel called Tiny Umbreon Girl? I don't understand.
Why is there a dude here? What the fuck?
I'm trying to get my goon on. Can you get the fuck out of here?
Get out of here!
Get out of here! I will say a lot of people, they seem to their favorite rendition is when I end up using Umbree's model, because then they like my voice through her model. I don't know, I don't get it, but
I love that.
What it is. They call it Flumbree. But
thank you, Borg, for giving us up to Jade Boobies. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's right on topic there. No, but then we swapped. We turned into the duo channel, and I think that, you know, it's interesting because although I feel like in my opinion, it feels like we get a lot more follows when she's streaming, but at the same time, it's not like they disappear when I'm streaming either. It's almost like she helps bring them in, and then I help keep them there alongside her.
Right.
So it's an interesting take on that. Yeah. I don't know if you have anything to add, Red. I'm just rambling. So.
No. I was just letting you. I was letting you take your turn. I'm trying.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I need you to know that I am holding back my ADHD need to jump in like Hercules fighting a lion. All right.
I got ADHD too. I usually switch topics a lot, and so that's why But for my ADHD battle, it's keeping on topic this entire time. So that's why I'm
what a
gentleman. Yeah.
No, but like, okay, I've always said this. Like, is it more difficult? Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, again, going back to like some of the stuff that we were talking about before we even went live. Like, as much as I'm enjoying that VTubing is slowly but surely leaving the anime roots of VTubing, we can't deny what the roots of this was. It was anime and it was girly pop, J-pop, idol
It was
culture.
idol culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was idol culture and stuff like that. And the biggest fans of those, and the biggest watchers of those girly pop, J-pop idol groups, they were dudes. They were dudes. Yeah. They were into the girlfriend, like parasocial girlfriend experience. So because of that, and because VTubing
at Osman.
No, you're doing the Lord's work, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, let's go back up.
You're doing the Lord's work. I'm proud of you for that. But because of those roots, as much as again, I would like us to be able to get to a point where we can fully branch out from that culture, we can't deny that it's there. And so because of that, and because VTubing started by being so heavily influenced by it, that is that we can't ignore that. Again, going back to the thing that even started this, the Hollow Stars thing, I stand by this dude that even though, you do have girls that like fawn over things like BTS and stuff like that. They want to look at real hot dudes. They don't want to look at cartoon hot dudes. They want to look at real hot dudes. So like it's different. It's a different dynamic. So like,
in our space, right? To put some numbers behind this, because I think Redclaw grabbed these earlier when we were talking about it. So guys, I don't think it's a far stretch to say that the anime community, right? The anime community is mostly male watchers, right? I think the number you saw was what, like 60-40 from Crunchyroll, 60% male, 40% female, about, right?
Is that correct, it's about 6. It's about let me double check. It's technically 60. It's technically 60-39 because 1% identified as non-binary. But for the sake of margins, we'll say roughly 60-40.
I don't think it's too far to say, chat, that for a community that is 60% male, right? That, looking at VTubing and how close it is to anime culture, 60% of that demographic that is male that watches VTubers probably enjoy hot anime women or, attractive female characters, right? So now you translate that over to the entertainment sphere as well. Of course, predominantly male, viewers are going to want to watch female VTubers, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay, right? It's just, this is the demographic, and this is the, this is the cards you're dealt, right? I'm not saying that it's a bad thing or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. But what I do want to point out to you is something that matters a lot, chat. And this right here is, this is the VTuber database that we were talking about not too long ago. Remember the one where the people were complaining they weren't on this chat? Yeah, that's this one here. So I want to point out something to you really, really quickly on this website. They have archived almost 95,000 VTubers, chat. And as of this moment, right now, almost 86,000 are active.
132 graduated.
That is saturation.
That's saturation.
To the absolute extreme, right? Yes, I understand what you're saying, that, male VTubers might have a little bit of a harder time. I agree with that, right? Going up the numbers in the demographic. But guys, also understand that the oversaturation is absolutely fucking real. It is a thing.
I kind of wish I knew the numbers.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I kind of wish that we had the numbers from like 5 years ago. Like when I started VTubing, it was 2021. I'm kind of curious.
We actually do have the numbers. At least not 5 years ago, but we do. Because Saberspark at one point did a VTuber video, and it was about 3 or 4 years ago. And at that time, there was 17,000 on Twitch.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's gone up.
We are oversaturated to the extreme.
Yeah, so like the thing is, like to your point, yeah, like it's not just like it's hard because girls have a one up on this. So I'm sorry, we found the one job where women do better than men. Yeah. I'm sorry. We found the one job. But what's it called? Like the thing that also again that makes it hard is just there's a shit ton of us. There are tons of us, so you have to do something that makes you stand out. And a good model can only get you so far. Flair brought this up. You could have like one of the coolest models ever. If you have the personality of a freaking blank, no one's gonna stick around. And I think the other funny thing is the fact that again going against this notion that like the only way to be successful is to do the sexy boyfriend-girlfriend experience. In regard to male VTubing, some of the most popular male VTubers do not do the boyfriend experience. Papamut doesn't do the boyfriend experience. Sayu doesn't do the boyfriend experience. Heavenly Father doesn't do the boyfriend experience. What's it called? Basil doesn't do the boyfriend experience. Cab doesn't do the boyfriend experience. Me and Flair don't do the boyfriend experience.
Fucking Kenji. Kenji doesn't do the boyfriend experience. It is a fucking gremlin experience. Like,
I was gonna say,
yeah. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with doing girlfriend or boyfriend experience.
There's nothing wrong with it, but like there is like this weird belief that it's like that's the cheat sheet when it really isn't.
Not. Yeah, it's kind of not, right? Like, yes, you can do that. Yes, there is an audience for that, and yes, it is something that you can do for sure, and people are very into it. And is it a good avenue to go in? I can't tell you that, right? Because I don't do girlfriend experience, and I definitely don't do boyfriend experience. But you know what I mean? Like, there is there's an audience for everything, right? I think at the end of the day, what Redclaw and Flair said, I agree with, right? It's more about being creative and being a good entertainer, right? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and that's like something that's the most important thing,
right?
Yeah, like that's the thing that I tell people all the time because the last time this subject came up, it revolved around like you need like basically people saying like male VTubers need to have good models to or like or something along those lines. So I was like, fine, you want to do this? Let's do this. So I did like a whole thing where I did character design reviews and critiques of specifically male VTubers. And the thing was, I was like telling them like you don't need to be sexy. You don't need to do like a sex bomb thing. You like when it comes to the design side of things, like you need to have like an interesting, memorable design that's not too hard to remember. But then on top of that, that will only get you so far. It's not going to guarantee you success if you have like a really good design. A good design can only get you so far. But the other issue is that there's a lot of people being like, I'll be real, chat. If there are any of you saying, how do I succeed as a male VTuber, you've already lost. You shouldn't be wondering how do you succeed
as a content creator.
Yeah, like it's already over for you. It's already over for you if you're wondering how do I succeed as a male VTuber. No, you should be wondering how do you succeed as an entertainer.
I mean, we can get kind of. Oh, actually, you know what? Flork just showed up. Actually, that's a huge part. Male VTuber themselves.
Flork is here. I'll run away.
I'm sorry.
Flork's here. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking, because male VTuber themselves, they are probably the guy. They are probably one of the least attractive male VTubers out there, but yet one of the most entertaining male VTubers I have seen. You know?
Imagine being like, wow, this guy's so unattractive, but he's so cool. Just actualizing that sentence is hilarious.
I crafted the perfect male VTuber. I studied every male VTuber now hates you for it. I hope you know that. I hope you know. We're all like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, can somebody call Sklimbo really quick? I need to talk to Sklimbo. Sklimbo is the most attractive male I've ever met in my life.
Look, when Sklimbo debuted, I was like, all right, guys, we gotta pack it in. It's over.
I saw it. Wrap it up. Yep.
Yeah,
It's
can
done.
we
What's the
just
point?
talk about can we just talk about how much I love Sklimbo's whole thing is literally just a shattered like male VTubing as a whole. Like I
I'm just
love
saying
that
right
so
now,
much.
when they come out with their actual model, like, because I know that they're working on an actual model, it's gonna probably blow us all away. I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they already
Oh,
have
yeah.
the entertaining factor, and now they just oh man. I mean, if they're as successful as they are with the model they have right now, I'm just saying it's all over.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Jover.
no, he's
Like,
awesome.
I once again will tell everybody pack it up. It's over. I have studied every Yowie, you son of a bitch.
Oh God, he's actually educated in what he's talking about.
He's
He's a
educated.
dangerous man.
He needs to be stopped.
He's educated. Get this man.
Take this man away. But
outta
I
here.
definitely agree with you, Redclaw. The question needs to be, how can you be a good entertainer, right? And then also at the same time, what is really important, even outside of VTubing, more so in VTubing, it's important, but branding, right? Your branding is a very, very important part of who you are as a streamer, right? And who you are as a content creator, especially as a VTuber as well. You need to look at your branding and make sure that it's strong, right? I mean, yes, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can still be successful without it, but everything that you can line up for yourself to be successful, you want to do that as much as possible, right, chat? You want to have every opportunity to be successful, so why not make sure that your branding is on point? And I feel like a lot of the time, in VTubing in particular, we see sometimes very similar branding, right? Or another, I'm a male VTuber, but I'm a demon lord. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
If
we
I
see
see
this
one more
over and
freaking,
over and
if
over
I
and over
see
and over
one
and
more
over.
freaking, I am the demon prince lord of hell, but I'm also an angel, but I'm also Cthulhu, but I'm also Elon. But I'm gonna scream.
All right,
like,
I'm gonna
you
head
guys,
out.
you gotta be
I'm
a
gonna
little
head
bit
out,
more
guys.
unique than
I'm
that.
gonna head out.
You know what I mean? Like, but all of these things are really important, right? Like looking at the entirety of your brand, looking at, and nothing against any demon lord princes out there, right? If that's your thing, more power to you. But I'm seeing that if you're a new person, right, a new streamer right now, and you want to start something, and that's what you first think of, what you want to do, you're hopping into an idea that's already oversaturated amongst an avenue that is already oversaturated, right? So again, it's more thinking about how
I
can
beg
you
of
be
you,
a
don't just
good-
be a dude. Don't just be a dude in a hoodie and jeans, please.
Yeah, yeah,
Please.
like, you know, look out there, guys, and look at the things that you can do to make yourself a good streamer. Now, I do want to pull up this particular tweet because this was one that was going around, and I want to get your take on this, Redclaw, because this one was like, this was the main one for Flair. I'm gonna have to move my TV later.
No, it's okay. I'll put my fire away. That way I'll keep censoring it.
Yeah, this was a big one going around, chat. And again, I'm not saying to like go after this person. I've never say that, right? But we're gonna look at this, right? So this comes from B, who says male VTubers could definitely be super successful. I mean, just look at BTS or Love in Deep Space. Girlies do not mess around with their male idols, which is true. Hate to say it, but fan service is really important for both girls and guys. There's a reason why abs get a lot of views.
I feel like I'm being targeted specifically.
I don't know what
feel
you're
like I'm
talking about.
being.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm being targeted.
I'm gonna pass this one over to you guys. Yeah, because I would love to hear
Hold
what
on,
your
hold
thoughts are on this one.
Oh, I could play more into that. Don't worry.
Holy shit, it's got like sound effects and shit. That's
It's got
awesome.
sound effects. Damn, holy
Yeah,
crap.
Yeah, the new VTS thing allows sound effects built into the model now. So whenever I do it, actually, it does. Sound
You want me to
effects.
turn my booba clap one back on? Because that one
I
was
swear to God.
insane. Yeah, I actually added that. So every time I did this, it would be like, clap, clap, clap.
Clap, clap, clap.
I actually recorded myself doing that. That was the audio.
So wait, you're telling us that the actual audio is?
Oh yeah, no, that was the actual audio. Yeah.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
I mean, where was I supposed to find a sound bank for that, Redclaw? I had to like record it.
Of course. Oh, obviously, you had no choice. I see.
There's no choice.
I brought this up already. Like this idea that like the answer is fan service and stuff. Like, I personally, I don't agree with it at all. I don't agree with it at all.
Yep, same here.
If you want to do the fan service, you absolutely can. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But to say that that's the key to being a successful like male VTuber is utterly ridiculous. Again, no shade on this person, but it's utterly ridiculous. I do not know what made them think that they would not like be seen as like this is an L take, because again, as I mentioned before, like most of the top male VTubers don't do this. They don't. They like a lot of these successful VTubers, they're like, I'll be real, they're just freaking nerds that happen to be funny. Like,
actually, I feel like I have to add on a little bit though to this post though, if you don't mind.
No, go for it. Take it.
Okay, I just
yes,
want
we
to
mind very much. How
no,
dare you? We
cut
brought
in.
you onto this talk show. How dare you share your opinion?
No, more like I didn't want to interrupt Red while he was in the middle of saying.
Nah,
whatever
interrupt
he
him
was
all the
saying.
time. Interrupt him all the time. You too. Like, interrupt him.
So
Chat,
the
this
thing
table's gonna
about
break by the end of
BTS
the
and
stream.
Love and Deep Space is not just because they're attractive. Yes, I feel like a book by its cover. Yes, like obviously you're gonna come in, you're gonna look at something. If you like how it looks, you're gonna obviously check it out to begin with. Okay, I'm not gonna like deny that. But it's because they're interesting. It's because they're sweet. It's because they're like dynamic. If like these like Love and Deep Space guys were just sitting around, just like, you know, playing a game, not saying anything, I doubt anyone is gonna be like, oh my goodness, I want to pull for that person. Like, no, it's because they go out of their way to make you feel like a princess or whatever, and like, you know, it's that kind of sense that makes them interesting. Not saying again we have to be the boyfriend experience or whatever like that. It's just the fact that it's interesting. That's the whole like, you know, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, that's really all it comes down to. Like, again, like this doesn't mean like toot my own horn, but like I tend to average anywhere between like 140 to 200 people a stream, and I'm not doing the like fan service stuff. Like, I'm really not. My streams are mostly me talking about dinosaurs, cartoons, and robots. Like, that's literally all it is. Like, you don't need to do it. Like, find what works for you. Find the things that you're passionate about, and find the things that you know you're like entertaining with. Like, have fun with it. Like, that's literally it.
Yep.
That's quite literally all you have to do.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
we literally watched Beast Wars.
Yeah, fan service can be a good thing. It
Yeah.
can be an avenue, but you should never feel like you have to do that to be successful, right? Like, and also, like, we've been talking about success a lot, so I do want to point this out as well. What are we defining as success as well? Because success to everybody is a very broad term, right? I mean, like, I guess let's take a stab and say maybe success might be like, oh, you're like a full-time streamer, maybe. I don't know. But I know tons of male VTubers that are successful that don't do fan service, right? So, like, I don't know exactly what defines success, right? I get that's more in the eye of the beholder, right? Than just being like, oh, well, you're successful, because everybody deals with that differently. Some people are happy to get off work and stream to 3 viewers, and there is nothing wrong with that.
And for them,
if you are happy
that's
with that,
the win. Yeah.
More power to you, you know?
Okay, Tay, I will allow that because I am proud of how oiled up my tits are. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But that was the other thing. So like obviously like my design, for example, like has like the exposed chest and everything. I have massive freaking pecs and stuff. But like and there are some girls that were like, oh, this is hot, but like, I'll be real. Like, girls aren't the ones that are like, oh my god, I love this. This is dudes like this.
I know,
like,
yeah, this guy.
I'm gonna say,
Can I
the
ask
dudes like this.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
What is predominantly your audience? Is it male or is it female?
It is male, however, most VTubers have the majority of their viewership is male thing.
Right.
The real thing that I'm proud of is, last I checked, and I'd have to check again, is that I did hit the golden sweet spot of bare minimum 10% of my viewers are girls.
Gotcha. Because, like, I think it's even proves as well, right? Like, you know, yeah, like females are watching, right? Girlies are watching guys as well. But I think also something to consider, like we talked about earlier, is like you also have to think about how the male demographic watches females and how they watch guys as well. Like, I mean, my perception, again, you can take this with a grain of salt, but like I feel like most really successful bigger streamers, not even VTubers, right, are just like, one, they're really, really good at video games. They specialize in like Apex or Dark Souls or some shit, right? Like they're really, really good gamers. Or they're literally just really entertaining dudes that are funny, like Queso, that other dudes want to watch.
It could literally be. So like the funniest thing is, and I talked about this on my streams, I haven't, like, outside of like one specific game, I basically have stopped playing video games on my streams because my community doesn't like it. My community hates when I play games. They much prefer if I'm just talking with them, if I'm just yapping. So like it's sometimes it really is like either like you get that like hardcore, I like the like someone who's able to like make like those perfect optimized builds of the game, or I really like the funny dude. Like it could be one or the other.
You can find out under your analytics, actually, if you go on your Twitch analytics. You can find all that out, your demographic, all that kind of stuff.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, no, you're good, you're good.
I was just curious, because I don't even know.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's good to know as well, right? And I want you guys to know, I'm just going to pull up a few reactions, but there are some people that share a lot of these thoughts as well, right? Like, we have Impera, right? It says, seeing people see how male VTubers can grow so much easier if they go certain paths, fan service. Yet none of them consider how uncomfortable this sphere it can become. Lots of people prefer to not have uncomfortable comments. Even when I was a penguin, people were sexualizing me. And some people don't want that, right? Like, I mean, I'll be honest, guys. I used to have a lot more kind of like lewd stuff. And I've kind of like moved away from that for multiple reasons. But, sometimes like I get over-sexualized and I'm not always okay with that, right? And I can't even imagine... for guys as well, like how that might be, or even uncomfortable for them, right?
That's something that's also interesting, because I was thinking about that before. I feel like, and I might be wrong, because I don't have like actual numbers in front of me, but I feel like a lot more males come off more parasocial than
they do.
Females.
Yes, absolutely.
So I feel like that might play definitely a factor in this all. I mean, obviously, no one really wants to deal with the parasocial, viewer. Sorry to those who are parasocial, but it's true.
Can we get like a we need a study on parasocialism right now? I need the numbers. Pip pip.
Give me the numbers right now.
Give me the numbers. Oh yeah, Crow, I used to be a lot more lewd. You can ask my chat. People that have been around, they know.
For a while, you used to play like you didn't know a lot of stuff, and then you were like, "Oh shoot!" Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
As a dude, I hate to admit it, but it is indeed facts. Guys seem to be more parasocial. I mean, I don't really know. I guess in my experience, I would say yes, but that's just my experience, right? I can't like validate or invalidate a thought.
I mean, I'll be real. I've even noticed in my own space that like the ones who have gotten the most parasocial were guys. So, and like again, parasocial doesn't even necessarily, because I think another thing that happens is a lot of people like automatically hear the term parasocial and their brain goes romantic sexual interest. No, parasocial just means parasocial, like.
It can mean anything, right? It can mean like friendship. It can mean any way to communicate with somebody. I mean, it can mean like a million fucking things, right? So it's not just sexual as well, right? It can be any form of a relationship dynamic.
I'm just saying though, also though, that like if people think that we're like spending the money that we spend on our models and stuff like that just to be attracted to other people. Like, they have another thing coming. I look like this because I want to look like this, Like, I want to be a phoenix, I don't want to, like, that's just how I want to be. I mean, Redclaw here, he could be a freaking dinosaur. I mean, that's just, that's not something you can do in real live streams,
Like, I've always described this as, like, this is, like, the Muppets of, like, the 21st century. Like like we're basically just digital Muppets. It's not just like anonymity, though anonymity is like a factor in it. But like again, like so a lot of us just enjoy it, and it goes back to like this whole. I do view this again it gives off again that like I'll say misogynistic view that like VTubing is inherently a sexual thing, when it's not. It's not.
It's just a form of content creation. It's a medium.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess okay. So for females, look at Miss Lala. Okay, she is probably one of the furthest away from anything to do with sexual, but yet she is probably one of the most like well-known VTubers out there now, because of how entertaining she is and how she sticks with her own shtick, and it's cool. I really like that, and that's what I'm that's what it comes down to.
Well, even think at the top, like I'll bring this back again, but I think I brought this up, maybe it was in our call, but like Iron Mouse, right? Like Iron Mouse is such a big streamer, right? And she doesn't make sexualized content, like
she really
you
doesn't.
do not have to do that. That does not mean sexualized content does not equal success every single time, right? People think it does, but it doesn't necessarily. Is it a decent avenue? Maybe it is for you. I don't know.
But
okay, all I can say is that there's plenty of other people that prove that argument wrong as well. What's up, Raiders? How are you? But I just don't really understand that, right? It's like, oh, well, make fan service stuff or sexualize yourself, you'll be successful. No, I'm pretty sure that if you just make good content and set yourself up for success when the luck comes along, you will be successful because you set yourself up and you're making strong content, right?
Well, that's something I always had brought up before also when it comes to content creation also. So like, let's say, and I know that she doesn't have all 1 million people watching her at a time, right? But let's say that Iron Mouse had all 1 million people, right, watching her at a time, right? And she raided into you, right, with all 1 million. Are you going to tell me that not at least 10,000 of those people are going to stick around and just like enjoy you? It's not saying that, like, it's just getting yourself out there. That's really what it comes down to. And she's obviously very, very, very well known, which is why she keeps getting like those big numbers and those, a lot of followers and stuff like that. It's really just now that it's so crowded, so many people in this like thing, males, females, and in between, you have to really just find a way to stick out. That's really what it is.
That's literally all it is. And there's so many different ways to do it. There are so many different ways to do it. And it's why, again, I find it frustrating that we continue to have this conversation come up, because again, every major VTuber, every VTuber in the space that has any
this big box thing.
You're stuck in a box. You're stuck in a box.
For the raid, I appreciate you welcoming. We're talking about male VTubers today and all recent discourse going around everything with that. How was your stream, cutie?
But yeah,
sorry, I just wanted to interrupt, Redclaw.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, it's okay. Like I said, chat by the time. But before I leave, this table in front of me will be broken because I'm throwing her onto it.
Hey, yo.
But not in that way. I'm gonna break your back way.
Also, Ayo.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm
sorry. What?
She's going to the hospital.
Double
way.
Ayo, triple Ayo.
Chat, I'm planning to commit assault. Stop trying to make it sexy. Stop it. Stop trying to make it. I'm trying to commit assault. Stop it.
I love male VTubing. This rocks. Oh my god.
Stop trying to make it sexual. I'm trying to physically harm her.
I'm trying to commit assault, chat. Stop making it sexy. Oh my god.
No, on the other end though, like on the other end of the spectrum though, this is probably gonna look bad, I guess, against the argument about male VTubers here. But the way I discovered Iron Mouse actually was because there was this is when I was live cam. This is back in like 2019, 2020. There was this artist, because I used to do a lot of art streams, and there was this really I don't know. He did some, I think he did some card art for Spite for the new set or whatever. I don't remember his name at the second. Oh, Captivate, thank you. So anyway, so he was drawing Iron Mouse art because originally I just saw him doing anime art in like bathing suits, stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, this is attractive, I'll be watching this. And then Iron Mouse in a bathing suit came up, and I was like, wow, I don't know who this is, I'm gonna check them out. So that's how that happened, and that's how I discovered VTubing. So I don't know how well that really went over with our argument here, but I mean, at the same time,
I mean, it's still Iron Mouse, right? So
it's still Iron Mouse. So, I also go by like, one of the first VTubers that I actively followed that got me into VTubing. It was Mango VTuber.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't do anything sexual.
No,
she's
just a
cute little bird. She's just a cute little bird, and I love her for that. And I love her for that. She's just a little bird. Like,
so I have a question for y'all then. So if most people, let's say, as a hypothetical, will just agree to this, right? That male VTubing is quote unquote harder, right? How would something being harder or not typical take away from the beauty and the love of just creating content?
I
mean, it wouldn't, but
it wouldn't. The straight answer is it wouldn't. But I think the issue is what it does do is it does put a light to a different issue that I think is a more, I hate to say it, a society thing, which is there's a lot of people that want immediate satisfaction.
Oh yeah.
I've stood by this, and some people may disagree with me, but like everyone who does get into VTubing does it because they think they're, and like not only do they think they would be that they would have fun with it, but they probably do think that there would be people that would be entertained by them, which also implies that subconsciously there is a part of them that wants to entertain, wants to be a showman, wants to be famous. I know very few people in this space that wouldn't want to be in the position that Mousy is in regard to success. There are some people that get intimidated by it, but I don't know many that would be like, oh no, like if I had that level of success, hell yes, because again, that's life changing. However, a lot of people, especially younger people, no offense, have short attention spans, and they also want immediate gratification. They don't doing well in this requires putting in the work.
Yeah, streaming is not the place for instant gratification.
And the thing is, unfortunately, and this does happen because like we have had the instances of random streamers that just blew up out of freaking nowhere, that a lot of people do see streaming and VTubing as a get-rich-quick scheme. So when they see that they're not getting those immediate results, when they see that they're not hitting, I'm not even saying partner numbers, if they're not even hitting affiliate numbers, they will be like, what the fuck, what am I doing wrong? This isn't working. Why is this so hard? Is it because I'm and then it starts becoming like, I'm trying to find who do I blame for me not getting rich quick. And I think what it really is pointing out is the fact that a lot of people just are impatient, and they don't like saying it's hard is code for this requires a lot of work and I don't have the bandwidth to put in that work.
Or they're just not entertainers. I mean, like, I'm going to talk the truth, bombs, but not everybody is meant to be an entertainer. Like, I'm not meant to be a mechanic. You know, like, there's certain skill sets everybody has.
Legit just don't have what it takes. And there's nothing wrong with admitting you don't have what it takes. Like, it happens. It happens. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Or you can be me and be stubborn, and then 7 years later you hit partner. Hooray!
Yeah, but I mean, like, you still did it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and you still did it.
It's a slow burn, right? For most content creators, it's a slow burn. People are so sensationalized by people blowing up that they think it's easy, right? Where most people spend 5-10 years sometimes in content creation, growing and constantly getting to the point where they are. Like, for instance, I'll give you a great example, guys, because it's his 20th anniversary, right? Angry Video Game Nerd, right? He's a bigger YouTuber, right? But he's done this over 20 years, and even in chat, he's not even close to the biggest creator. You know what I mean? Like, it's for some people, it works out in a different way, right? Some people have to work at it for a long time. Some people have instant success and drop off. I mean, everybody walks a different path. But I think that we get so disillusioned by the fact that it's like, oh, well, I saw this one person blow up, so why am I not blowing up? What's up, Callie?
And I think the issue is a lot of people don't understand that the blowing up phenomenon, that is the exception. That is not the rule.
Yep.
Going back to the Mousy example, to your point, Mousy was streaming for 5 years before she blew up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can even talk about Shy Lily. Shy Lily was pretty similar also.
Yeah,
like,
she was streaming before him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, like, it comes in waves. There will be highs, there will be lows, like, and you gotta ride the wave. Like, and that's the other thing. There are people that, like, when they see that the wave is going down, they're just like, oh, shit's over. It's over. Time to go. The good times came and went. And it's like, no, it's periods. It has ebbs and flows.
Yeah, and majority of the time, if someone does blow up pretty quickly, usually they've done this before, or they have something more to it.
Yeah, I think, like,
Or
to your point, like, that's the other factor.
Up for success, right? Like, that's basically what most people that blow up, right? You set yourself up for success, so when you do blow up, you gave yourself the most opportunities and you were prepared for that moment, right? And that's what it is. Like, that's a great example, actually, that you point that out, Sakura. I love you brought that up. That was literally who I was going to talk about. Moo Clover. Moo Clover literally just doubled her size in 2 months because she was a great content creator that did her thing, grinded it out. She had 1 or 2 moments that blew up, and she knew exactly what to do.
Yes, but that's the thing that I'm also bringing up, though. Sorry, just quickly. That's also the thing with Moo Clover, though, is because they actually have another account. They've done this before.
Yeah, they've done it before.
Exactly. They've been around for a while.
They kind of know what they're doing. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know, I'll be real. If you've done it once, you can usually do it again. Will it be as successful, or like maybe not, but like you still know, like, I'll be real, chat. Once you get the hang of like what works for you, like you can repeat success. And which is why so many of these people, like, again, they were all like former content creators or former like voice actors and shit like that.
Yeah, and it's not like Moo Clover is making sexualized content either. Like,
she's literally a chibi cow.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
have you seen their real life picture though? They actually are pretty.
Well, I mean, she's a muscle mommy.
She's a muscle mommy.
Oh no,
I think an actual cow IRL.
Yeah, no, like actual Highland cow.
Like live on a farm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Highland muscle mommy cow.
Actually, yes, lives on a farm though. That's actually true.
Yeah, like Pumpkin Potion was around for a long time. Before she started VTubing as well. That's a great. There's so many examples. Tricky is another wonderful example as well. People that created content long before. I've said this a couple of times. If you go and look at successful creators, there's always a reason why, whether they were successful on YouTube, or they've been doing this for a while and have like a past life or something like that. So,
but Tricky is actually, I feel like she's on another level also, because she actually had the super determination to make it where she was.
She went in with a specific goal and she did everything in her power to make it happen. Like, that's the other thing, chat. Like, there's a tenacity.
That's a good example. Cinder as well.
No, but like with Tricky, I remember hearing stories about how like she didn't have internet, so she would go to the nearby McDonald's just to have internet, just to upload her stuff. So like it's stuff like that.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Oh, my guy, I rest my hand on your shoulder. I commute to streams.
Yeah, he does. He commutes. It's crazy. Yeah, Luca Jean, Val, Silvervale. I mean, a lot of these creators, right, have past lives that they're doing stuff as well. So just to kind of circle back, because we're going like way on this other like curve here. I
will say I got like, I'll be real with you, fam. Your boy just, I swear to God, Elara, if you make a joke, I will kill you when I'm feeling better. All right. I just pinched my back and I'm like, oh, my spine is on fire. I might need to dip so I can get a painkiller.
You're good. You're totally good. I just want to circle back with this one thought, because I have a lot of questions for Flare after you have to dip, but I think the main thing to point out here is like the demographic doesn't necessarily favor male VTubers, but I think that core of the problem centers more around oversaturation. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, I think it's
yeah.
oversaturated. I think that's just VTubing in general. It's oversaturated.
Right.
It's oversaturated. It's already a market where the majority of the people participating in it and the demographics watching it are lean towards women. It's a rough playing field. There are so many VTubers.
Yeah, again, 86,000 active on this streaming website. You know, like, that's an insane amount. A huge number to think about that. As a regular person, as a creator, right now, Chad, if you started, you're up against this, not as the enemy, right? This isn't, you're not facing them in Mortal Kombat, but, you know, this is the people around you, right? And the people that are watching other VTubers that you're gonna have to try to earn their interest, right? And that's a large number, guys.
It's a big number. But the thing is, like, and again, chat, like, your definition of success is entirely up to you. Whether it's numbers, like monetary value, like just being able to do it at all, like that's all dependent on you. Do not let other people's definitions of success, and do not let other people's like the end of their stories define the beginning of yours. Like,
everybody has different calibers and definition of success too, so for some people it's different, right? And if we see and be like, oh well, Redclaw, you don't, I don't know, like your model didn't turn out blue, so you're not successul. Like, you know, who am I to say that, right? Like, everybody has different levels.
You say that again, I'll kick your ass. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, fuck you. You were blue claw, you're wrecked. But you know what I mean, right? Like, I can't tell other people what their goals or their. I mean, I guess I can advise you, but if you feel successful and you're happy with where you are, then what's wrong with that? If everybody's success is defined by them.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's so like, again, chat, like I make this final plea before I leave, and I know that it's going to fall on deaf ears because most of the time this shit gets started on Twitter, and Twitter's full of morons. We have this conversation every 6 months.
Yep.
Can we
please,
can we please not have it again for at least 8 months?
I'll see you in 6 months, Redclaw.
Son of a bitch! All right, I'm gonna go get myself some painkillers. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Please do. Bye.
It's been great.
Thank you for popping by, Redclaw. No, look, now you're not in front of the TV anymore. It's perfect.
Hooray!
I actually, damn you, chap. I was trying to talk to him. I actually had some questions.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, that's so cool. I fucking love that. I actually had some questions about, you know, you and Humbry, right? Because you share a channel. And this is such a great talking point, chat, because, again, this is one of the only people that legitimately actually, you know, share a channel, right? You have a male and a female, you know, working together to make one channel. So, I wanted to ask you, yeah, how do you feel like the difference is between you and Humbry when it comes to just your content in general? Do you feel like, as a male, right, do you feel like you're at a disadvantage compared to her because she is a female? How do you feel about that?
Personally, I do not feel like I'm at a disadvantage because she's a female. I feel like I'm at a disadvantage for a different reason. But that's just different. Originally, when we started the channel, I suggested that she be a VTuber because she naturally talks a lot off stream. It's just like, it doesn't matter. Like she'll literally just be talking, like gaming, and she'll just be like talking like all the time. And it's not a bad thing. It's entertaining. And that's what the whole thing is I'm more naturally quiet. I come out of my shell for streams. Whereas, and that's why a lot of the times I was letting Redclaw just talk. It's like, I like listening. I like being there listening. And Humbry, she's a talker. She knows how to just keep going a little bit. Even when no one's talking in chat, she just knows how to keep going. So that's where I'm at a disadvantage. But it's not because she's female. It's not because I'm male. Yes, she's got the jingly key effect, but I feel like so do I now. I mean, I have all this fire on me, so it's okay. I feel like I've gotten there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting too as well, because again, chat, this is a co-run channel, right? You have Flair and Ambry on the same channel. That you know, he's literally telling you right now, chat, that he doesn't feel like, you know, being different sex is not necessarily a disadvantage. Right? It boils down more to like, well, maybe Ambry's a better entertainer or a better yapper, whatever the defining quality is you want to answer X, Y, Z, right? But I feel like it just boils down more to the entertainment, you know, factor, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah, because I still like to, like, I don't want to be full of myself, but I do feel like I am entertaining. It's just in different ways. Yeah, it's different ways. Like, when we were working towards a partner, I felt like a lot of my contribution had to do with the social media aspect. I have the larger numbers when it comes to social media. I can get things out there a little bit easier, you know, and I also kind of act as sort of like a manager in a sense for the channel. Whereas she's able to stay up later, she's able to stream longer, and she's able to, like, again, yap and like keep people kind of like on their toes. So we both have like our distinct qualities that help kind of put it together, because you know, but yeah, no, it is what it is. Again, I feel like, you know, I'm not gonna completely disagree that that there are advantages to female streamers, but like that's life sometimes, and I don't think that completely denies the male VTuber aspect of it all, you know. Like I said, I don't really yeah, I'm not a male VTuber for other people's entertainment. I'm a male VTuber for my own. I want to be able to have giant wings and, you know, fly around and just like have myself shooting all over the place. I don't want to just be sitting in a chair, like having like a little corner of the screen or whatever like that while I play a game and just like talk about the game. No, I want to be able to do other stuff if I wanted to do it. I want to have the advantages of the entertainment factor. I want to like, entertainment is something that I've always enjoyed, and so that's why I continue to do it. That's what I've been doing for 7 years. Yeah. I
think that's what makes me so upset about the Asmon take, right? Like, up-based male VTuber server, right? VTubing is all about girls. Like, let's say hypothetically, you know, it is, right? And yes, there is a bit of an inherent advantage, right? That doesn't mean that you still can't do it. You know, like, even like regular streamers, right? What is the game for regular streamers? What sex is predominantly above?
That's exactly
regular
it,
streaming.
Right?
Males chat. Boys are the upper echelon of regular streamers, right? Non-VTubers. So because I'm a female, do I just say, oh, I'm never gonna face cam? Like, that makes no sense. Like, if I want to face cam, I absolutely can. It's just sitting there and invalidating the entirety of somebody that wants to pursue a passion, right? It's so stupid. Like, it doesn't even matter whether you want to do it or not, to be successful or just as a hobby, whatever, right? Like, why can't people just have fun and enjoy things or the things that they want to enjoy? Why invalidate somebody just because they want to, you know, show themselves through a certain medium? Now we're getting to the argument again, where it's like, oh, you're a VTuber? Well, that's stupid. Why don't you just show your face? Now we're kind of like edging that line again, chat, you know?
Well, I mean, like I said, we were live cam streamers before. We do actually have specialty streams where we do show our face. Not that everyone has to, but like, that doesn't really do anything. Like, I feel like sometimes it brings in a lot more numbers when that happens because people don't get to see my face as often anymore. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, like you said, like, what's the difference between then like real life male streamers and like real life female streamers? And like, and I feel like it's also predominantly, when it comes to this stuff, it's the more negative, I guess you could say, that people do. Like, the only positive streamer I've seen who are real life out there right now is like Queso.
Yeah,
absolutely. You can say Kai Cenat, but all the like the negative things about Kai Cenat right now about like how he's taking people's money and whatever like that and hasn't streamed in 6 months. Then you have like Raikai or whatever, like he's doing stupid stuff, you know, and
oh god,
you have Osman Gold and he's
yeah.
I'm saying that you have Osman Gold doing like negative stuff. It's all the negativity that people feed on. For some reason, it gets more attention than any positive things. And I feel like a lot of VTubers, they usually do some positive stuff, which is why they maybe not like, you know, grabbing attention as much. I feel like every time there's something big news, it's always negative. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's it. That's just how it is, Flair. Unfortunately, especially like with social media, particularly in Twitter, You know, a lot of websites are designed in a way to, you know, if it's something is inflammatory, it gets pushed in the algorithm, right? So that's why like the bad things are always the loudest, right? And that's just kind of the way it is, unfortunately. Like, trust me, some of your reports on news, I know this more than anybody, right? And people use that to their advantage, right? There are certain streamers that, you know, say very controversial stuff because they know that it will, you know, get pushed and hopefully, you know, kind of make them famous or whatever, right? And that's a whole separate conversation to dive into. But there are good things going on within this space. It's just often not as loud, you know?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
No,
and again with Asmon too, just this whole take, it's so superficial. All he literally talks about is just, oh, well, women can stream without having to be hot. I'm telling you guys, every VTuber I've met IRL that I've even seen pictures of is hot as fuck. So I don't know what Asmon's talking about.
You hear that, guys? Elara thinks I'm hot. No.
Yeah, every VTuber that I've ever seen is hot, guys. Like, it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, yes, I understand that there are, for IRL streamers, yes, being attractive does help. Yes, I get that. You gotta use what you got. I'm not saying that doesn't play a part in this stuff, right? I totally get that 100%. But at the same time, too, like, you can't still be quote-unquote successful without being quote-unquote hot. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure.
There's a million ways to get around some of this stuff, right? So
I hate to bring up another controversial topic in the middle of this controversial topic.
Oh, you're fine.
But the sad part is it is a good example. The whatever their name is, the peanut VTuber thing guy,
peanut?
whatever. Yeah, like he looks like a freaking peanut, and for some reason he's like super popular. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like it's all about like how you clip things, how you entertain. Like, am I gonna say he's a great guy? No, but am I gonna say he's entertaining? Clearly,
yeah.
It shows.
I mean, I gotta give him that. He's entertaining. Yeah. Or even clearly like a great example. I would feel very safe saying that entertainment is more important than anything else. Because like, okay, guys, don't get me wrong. I love Queso, but like, he's not my type, right? Queso was streaming with a fucking 480p camera, you know, like it's not like the quality of his streams are like amazing, right? But like, the guy is so entertaining and funny that when he puts out clips all the time, they do well, you know what I mean? Like, and that's because he's an entertainer above all else. And I feel like at the end of the day, that's what people care about more. Yes, being attractive helps. Yes, being attractive does play a little bit into it. I can help you a little bit, but it's not going to get you to the, you know, the tippy top.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, it definitely kills me though, the Queso. Queso is definitely like up there, like millionaire probably, and has a 480p camera.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of the charm, right?
Oh, yeah.
I
kind of makes me wonder actually when he started and if he has just the same camera that he just started with. That's what I'm curious
I think
about.
he does. No, I think he replaced it once or twice, but it's still funny.
But it's just like 480p though. Like, hey, yeah, what's your worst camera you got? All right, I'll take it. All right.
Well, bet. I mean, even still, chat. Actually, I'm gonna run a poll really quick because I'd love to ask this question. And please, you know, answer honestly, chat. If you popped in my stream, right, and you're like, oh yay, big boob, but I was just like a really shitty person, right? Would you genuinely? Let me ask you, even though, you know, big boob, girly, right? Would you stay if I had a shitty personality? Yes or no? Just type yes or no in the chat. And be honest, guys. Be honest. I would love to know how y'all feel about that, right? How shitty. Like, I'm talking like, oh, you don't have $5, you can't sub because you're broke? That kind of shitty. And I think the answer will be overwhelmingly no, right? Yeah, I'm talking about, you know, like, making fun of you in a not nice way, right? Yeah, definitely. Just like more like eye candy. What's up, Toledo? How are you? No, we need Toledo to give us the male VTuber experience video. When is it coming out, Toledo? I'm waiting on that. But I do want to also look while this runs, just kind of some other reactions people were talking about. Yeah, exactly. I only watch Flair for eye candy, yo, same. Like, even Nick says, I want to say stuff about that, but I also can't in the moment. That's fair, that's fair. No worries,
Yeah.
Toledo. Hope you're doing good. I just gotta open you do stuff now. Let's go. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well.
I'm trying my best. I keep feeling I touch on other like controversial topics, so I'm not gonna bring up names. But there have been other. Well, you know what? There's several, so it's okay. I feel like it's not pinpointed. People who have like shitty situations, but they had attractive models, and it feels like it still has quite a community. And I'm not really sure if they're there for the shitty personality, the attractive model, or if they just were there because they knew how they were beforehand. You know, because I feel like several, and I'm not naming names here. Several have started out like on good terms, and then suddenly just kind of went AWOL on a pretty shitty personality.
Toledo says it. He hits it right. You know, hammer on the nail, right? It's commitment bias, right? Once you get to know somebody and you start to really like them and stuff like that, you'll be that white knight forever, right? You're like, oh my god, whatever they say is absolute truth. You know, it's hard for you to see otherwise, right? So, yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, and then that has happened. You know, I'll give you a great example, right? Which, not to comment on kind of like her newer stuff, right? But, for instance, like Bunny IU, right? You know, Bunny IU is a very, you know, attractive, like, model, like, IRL, right? Like, she's an actual model, not talking about VTuber model, right? But, you know, I think a lot of people were willing to look the other way with her stuff with, Lana, because, you know, she was attractive, right? And I hope that wasn't always the case, but it was probably more commitment bias. But, you know, you hope that it's like, well, just because you're a pretty face doesn't mean that you get to get away with whatever you want, right? So.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But even like Neko Mickey here says, she says like, oh, like I've been at WeebCon, I look at a site, male VTubing drama. I don't know the details, but I find it ironic. Some of y'all are telling others they need to fit in a specific male VTubing box to succeed, and that is so true, right? I feel like you can't tell people what to do, right? Like if Flair was like, how do I be successful, Laura? It's like, I can't tell you that because I don't know who you are in the content you want to make, right? Like if you tell me that, maybe I can help you, but I can't be like, oh, well, you have to fit into this specific demographic.
I was gonna say, Laura, didn't you run a VTuber school? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like I have to get that information, right? Like I have to know your focuses and I help you find those things because I can't just be like, oh, well, just do this one thing and you'll be successful because that's never true, right? It's always based on the individual, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah. No, but like, because like before you were saying like, hey, how many of you would be following me still if I had a shitty personality? But like, then we go back on that because like it's wondering, okay, well, they knew you from now where you don't have a shitty personality, right? Like, would they still be following you if you did? That's what I was bringing up before because I wasn't really sure. Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's a little different, right? In that case, like, you go from one extreme to the other, so it's kind of like, well, you know, maybe they're willing to forgive you a little bit, but, you know, Lulu says, I think the issue is male. VTubers don't know how to lean into their demographics. They'd probably be more popular if they leaned into doing more fan servicing content, but it seems like many are afraid to. The most popular VTubers do ASMR and dote on their audiences. How do you feel about that one?
Ooh.
Every time, Toledo, every time.
ASMR is such a touchy subject, I feel like. Because ASMR is like it's like, I don't want to say a cheat code, I don't want to say it makes it easy, but like I do notice that when people do ASMR that the community, the viewership does go up. So like, and this is coming from someone who actually does want to get into ASMR as well, and that's just because I enjoy it myself, not because I want more viewers. Like I've already started like a small YouTube channel that has some ASMR on it, but like I need the proper equipment before I go. Anyways, I don't believe that the most popular male VTubers do ASMR and dote on their audiences. I don't think that's true at all. Like I said, it has
I can
to do
think
with
of like a million
entertainment.
examples where that's not true. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
is there like any like proof in this statement even? Like,
yeah. I mean, maybe that's what they are watching. You know what?
yeah,
Maybe
right.
that's what they're watching.
A little bit of bias in there.
Yeah, because I was saying, because like you brought up Kenji before. Kenji is literally like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I don't
the
even
most
know
opposite of that. Yeah, Kenji is the exact opposite.
Yeah, I barely watch Kenji's content. I'll be perfectly honest right now. Huh? Yeah, we just see clips, which honestly is the biggest, I guess, sign of success. If you see clips everywhere of somebody, that's usually how you get there, you know? And I've never seen him do ASMR. I've never seen him do any sort of doting on their audience or whatever like that. They're literally just doing them. They literally have come out with like probably the most atrocious, ugliest models I've ever seen, even though their main model is, you know, a very handsome one. But at the same time, they still have the same audience and they still like are there and they're entertaining, and that's what it comes down to.
I think also just to kind of add to this as well, Nid, I think there is a bit of maybe a sensationalism, because people have looked at like bigger male streamers, right? Like Ninja Sanji, or maybe like Box or things like that, where like, you know, kind of like that deep like voice ASMR kind of doting on their audience really like made them who they are, right? It blew them up, right? And it's not to say that that didn't work for them, right? But that also isn't to say that, well, you should do that because that's definitely going to work for you, because that's not the case. Everybody is a unique snowflake, chat. You are a unique snowflake, chat, and what you do in your content,
chat.
Yeah, what you do in your content may work for you, it may not work for you, right? Like, you know, for me, right? Like, gaming does not work for me, and that's okay. I don't only do gaming because I'm in a subathon, but I don't typically, in my regular content, do a lot of gaming because it just doesn't work for me. And that's okay, right? Does it work for other VTubers? Absolutely. But my community is definitely yappers. We're more discussion-based, and we talk about news and other more serious stuff. So that's what works for me, right? Excuse me. So I don't want to say that, you know, again, you have to do this. If anything, right, it says, I think the main issue is male VTubers don't know how to lean into their demographics. I would say, if anything, look at your analytics and look at where your demographics are and learn about your audience and what your audience enjoys more than anything, right? If you do a stream and only 10 viewers show up, and you do another stream and 1,000 viewers show up, well, there might be a reason for that, right? There might be a reason why that stream did so well. And so I can kind of agree to this to a point, but everybody's demographics are different, right? So giving like blanket statements just doesn't make sense in content creation for the most part.
Well, actually, so a good example of that, though, and why it doesn't work also, and you get to find your own niche and stuff like that, is I remember when, I believe it was Splatoon 2 came out. I used to play a lot of it because I realized that I had a lot of viewers who wanted to join in and play with me and stuff like that, and it was fun and it was great for the first like week or two, and then I started getting kind of burnt out of just doing just Splatoon, and it got to the point where I wasn't even realizing it, but my mods were being like, hey, you just seem like miserable, like, and I didn't even realize it at the time. And you know, honestly, so just like being yourself, finding your niche, that's the thing, you know. If you like ASMR, great, but I don't feel like you have to do it to become successful. For sure.
I agree. I mean, you can do it to be successful. Maybe if it works for you, but it's not to be like, oh, if you do this one thing right now, you'll be successful. That doesn't work for anybody, chat. Like, that just doesn't work. Everybody is unique. Boogie Punk goes on to say this idea that male VTubers have to pivot into becoming ASMR boyfriend simulators to be successful is just algorithm brain nonsense. Not everybody wants to perform intimacy for strangers like it's a subscription service. Some of us actually want to build communities instead of milking loneliness for engagement. I'm not afraid of fan service, I just don't need to turn myself into a product. Toledo says, I'd argue what could lean into demographics for male VTubers could easily include a singer, be an event organizer, having discussion audience if they were their audience. Exactly. Like, there's a million things that go into analyzing your demographics, right? So I feel like that just saying, oh, well, you should lean into your demographic, which is this right here. Well, I don't know if you're really qualified to say that, but again, I feel like you shouldn't have to do something that you're not comfortable with, right?
Yeah, no, I feel like Boogie here is basically saying exactly what we are saying in a sense. Like, you don't have to, like, go into the ASMR if that's, like, again, if you want to do that, if that's something you seriously want to do, like, actually, like, something you enjoy, I say go for it. But if you're doing that just because you feel like it'll make you successful, that's not the way it's going to happen. It's not going to work out the way that you want it to happen. I can speak that from experience. Again, I've done several things that I figured that would, that I enjoyed at one point, and then I thought it'd make me successful, and then it just like burned me out of doing that one thing over and over. Because my ADHD, it's all over the place. I need to do different things. I can't just stick with one thing. I mean, Umbri, on the other hand, is different, which is what is interesting about actually our channel, is that we actually have our staple games. Like, she'll do Dead by Daylight, Overwatch. Those are our staple games. Then you have me, and I'll just, like, be moving around, like, whatever game I feel like I'm interested in at that time. But I'll stream it, like, maybe once or twice a week, and then she'll have her staple games. And we keep the same audience, and they keep coming and stuff like that, So, I don't know, it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I totally get you, Toledo. So, I'm going to tell you something, chat. And I'm in a unique situation because, I'm full-time, right? I do this as my career. But I don't have to do something unless I want to do it, right? So I'm going to give you an example of something that I don't think I've actually shared this ever publicly, but I will certainly talk about it right now. So kind of the idea of this is like, oh, well, you can do this thing that you might not enjoy, and you can be successful if you do it, right? Well, chat, for instance, I know for 100% fact I could take my news in a completely different direction and quote-unquote be more successful, right? I could go on Twitter, I could at people, I could be inflammatory, I could go on brigades against people, I could report very one-sided, and more than likely, chat, I would be a bit more successful than I am now. Again, a keyword inflammatory, because I could definitely start shit on Twitter, as certain people do sometimes. I could do that stuff, right? I could absolutely get on there and fight with them about it and farm that shit for years and years worth of content. But you know what? I don't do that, not only because I don't have to, but I don't
just
want
to fight everyone
and
on the table, guys.
Yeah, right. But like, I don't want to do that, and that's not who I am as a person, right? And that's not for the morals I stand for. So why should a male VTuber have to do something like this if they don't enjoy it? If you don't enjoy it, why do it at all, right? Even if you're successful, like, it's not gonna last, you know what I mean?
You're gonna burn out, and then once you change your topic on whatever you want, you're gonna lose the audience. That's the whole thing.
But it's actually just one of those things. It feels like it's so forced. Like, oh, you have to do this thing or you'll never be successful, right? Like, if your primary demographic is, straight males, right? Do you think that they're going to want to watch fan service type stuff? Probably not, right? I don't know for sure, but I'll take a swing for the fences, right? They're probably just there to hang with you as a dude, right? So you have to look at your particular demographics instead of making a blanket call and be like, oh, well, guess what? Yep, ASMR, that's going to fit for everybody. Like, that might not be your audience, you know?
Yeah. Although, I will say, though, that sometimes I do, I have the luxury of having Umbri's model at hand, so sometimes...
Yeah.
You know, I will have fun with the other gender model as well, but, you know...
No, but that's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. So, you know, I would love to ask you as well, from your perception as well. Do you feel like do you have to do or stream certain things compared to Umbry to like be more successful, or do you feel like, you just kind of you're doing your thing?
I don't think I need to stream or do something specific for us to be successful. I feel like during the partner push, it was a little bit weird because my I know where my limit is. My limit is somewhere between 2.5 hours of being able to do things, and I know that sometimes that's not enough time to bring in a large enough audience for us to have that average that we wanted. So Umbry would sometimes take over, but I didn't feel like it like dropped down the audience or anything like that, or decrease or increase. I think it's just sometimes because we're still growing, that finding more people who will pop in just takes a little bit longer time. I don't think, and again, that what I'm doing is a little bit like I do my own thing, honestly. And like I said, she has her staple game, so I feel like that always kind of keeps around very similar people who want to come around and play. Where she'll play a lot of multiplayer games that have people that can come in and play with whatever. I have a lot of more story-based games that I like to play. Right now I'm playing Resident Evil 9, and I'm trying to get through that. I'm not a horror game fan, so that's been fun. So I don't know. And then we'll mix it up sometimes. Sometimes then she'll do like a story-based.
Yeah.
Oh, she
yeah,
was saying that
absolutely,
during
leader.
She was saying in the background that during the partner push, she played all the Resident Evil games also, which also helped towards the.
Gotcha.
I guess,
Gotcha.
yeah, bringing people as well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and leader, like, I follow VTuber and I just follow him because he's a nerd who likes games and guns and Lord of the Rings. Exactly, right? Like it's a shared type of interest, right?
Yeah, but it's interesting also because we do have our separate interests as well. For example, I love Kamen Rider, and I know that she's not super into Kamen Rider, but we do have that small audience that comes in and they're all like, oh, I love Kamen Rider, I love Power Rangers or whatever like that, and I'll yap on about that for like, forever. But, it's not the entire content, but somehow it works. I don't know.
I did want to look at another take here, which I felt like was really good here from Chibi Okami says, to touch on the current VTuber topic, I've said bits and pieces of this before, but let me give you a few more details. There's this idea floating around that male VTubers should lean harder into fan service to grow, but that kind of content pressure isn't exclusive to them. It's pushed on women too. It's not a gender thing, it's a content expectation thing. I've tried leaning into that space before and it just wasn't me. Got my gremlin loot goblin husband or drooling self. It felt forced and not me. When people see a woman creator, there's this automatic assumption, fan service, spicy content, fancy, but some of us just want a beautiful model to play games and entertain our community. Growth shouldn't come from becoming something you're not. Be who you are and what you're comfortable with doing.
I feel like that's repeating a lot of what we were saying before. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely. No, Chibi is right. It isn't just a male first female thing as well, like you were saying, you don't like lean into the girlfriend experience, I don't lean into the boyfriend experience. It's the same thing. Again, the only difference between us is that you have a built-in jingly key effect. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just like you look at people's content, right, trying to go, okay, why are they successful, what are they doing, right? And for me, right, like I played games, guys. If Flair knows, he's been around. Like I played with Flair. Like, I played like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. I was really like Nintendo. I just gamed. I eventually went on to make more kind of educational stuff. And then what was my big turning point, Chad? The reason that I got quote unquote bigger was because I started talking about news, and there's not a lot of people that were covering VTuber news, right? It was like, this was even before Rima, right? So it was me, Pulse, and Lydia, really. Like, it was just us three, So I leaned into a niche that I enjoyed, but also was something that is specialized, right? So I'm not doing something that I don't like, because I do enjoy this, right? I enjoy talking about news and having discussion, right? But the growth came from something that is close to me, right? Talking about stuff and education, right? So, Keo as well. Yeah, sorry. I erased him from memory since he's gone. But I agree with that, right? Like, it's the growth will come naturally if you're doing what you love and the things that you're good at and the things that you actually enjoy. Everything else will follow, right? So, yeah, he's on his Marvel rival shit now.
I mean, yes, you grew from the news thing, but I'm not gonna like dictate, you know, what you feel like helped you grow, because obviously you know better than I do. But what I noticed also is when you did the Super Smash thing, you used to do it a lot, and that brought in a community that liked to do Super Smash Brothers, and you did it a lot, and I remember you did to the point where I believe you even got a little burned out. You used to do tournaments, stuff like that. And so that was great. And then you leaned into something that you enjoyed differently, and it seemed like your community grew in that direction as well, which I thought was great as well. You did also the Dark Souls. You used to do Dark Souls runs and Elden Ring runs and stuff like that, and beat that in a bajillion ways as well. So I remember that. But yeah, no.
I still do a lot of those from time to time, but when chat's not eating me off screen, I do like to, you know, game a little bit. So I'm lucky I'm in a subathon. So, however, there's only 3 hours left, so I think I'm going to be free soon. What do you think, Flair? Will I be free?
Free? I don't know. I would say yes, but like, do you have any idea how long this has been going on for?
450 days.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a show here. That's awesome.
Yeah, for free. Look, I have free show with collab purchase, you know.
With 2B here. Yeah.
I wanted to look at one more thing that Mugen had actually said. Speaking of news, right? I don't know. Does Mugen consider himself a VTuber? I don't think so, right? But anyway, regardless, you know, Mugen goes on to say, VTubing is in a perpetual cycle of rage bait. Man, I swear, no, you don't have to go get your principles and show news to succeed in this space. 99.9% of content creators don't make it, VTubers included. Just be yourself and try your best. Ignore the rage baiters and gooners.
No, absolutely.
I mean, look, guys.
No!
Mugen's been around. He sees this shit all the time. He knows. I agree with him. Like, just be yourself, guys. Do the content that you're happy to do and that you're proud to do, that you have a passion about, right? But who gives a fuck whether you're a male VTuber or a female VTuber? Yes, maybe you have a little bit of a harder time, right? Like, but everybody has inherent advantages as, you know, a streamer, content creator, whatever, right? Like Flair, like, he's awesome, right? Like, he's a very entertaining guy. You know, like, I'm pretty entertaining, right? You know, I sound like a fucking, like, 40-year-old smoker. I have a disadvantage, right, chat? But, you know, like, we all have advantages and disadvantages when we create content, guys. So I feel like if you focus so much on that and you use that as an excuse or way to take away from something that could be a passion or something that you want to do, you've lost the plot at that point.
No, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, honestly, it's all about. I know, like, I feel like we're getting a little off topic here for the male beats.
I'm a rage
but like, it's all about passion, guys. It's all about passion. It's all about if you really want to do it. Like we spoke before, Tricky would even go to McDonald's to get their internet. Redclaw talked about before how they literally commuted to do their streams. Like it's like, obviously you don't have to go that hard, you know. But like, if you want something, you work for it. That's what it is. I mean, Umbri and I literally 7 years of doing content creation, doing live cam, doing 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. And then finally Umbri was like, you know what? I want a partner push. And then, you know what? Somehow we hit partner, okay? But the point
Congratulations again.
Thank you. But my point being is that now I'm working on the next 7 years for getting Flair VTuber to partner, you know?
Yeah.
My personal account.
There you go.
Yeah. But my point being is that if you want something, and I will quote John Cena right here, you never give up. That's just how it is, you know? And even if it takes you, like, I've literally seen someone recently, I don't know their name, so I can't even name them, but I saw them on my Twitter feed, and they said it took me 3 years to hit affiliate. Now that's dedication right there, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, it took me a month to hit affiliate, and that felt like forever. If it took me 3 years to hit it, that is super dedication right there. Even if you take breaks or whatever like that, honestly, if it's something that you enjoy, do it. who cares what other people think? Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Clearly the community obviously makes or breaks you, so obviously it matters a bit, but my point is, like, don't let the naysayers get in your head. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, there's always negativity, and I think how you navigate negativity is so important, right? And I don't like how success is only talked about as a metric rather than an individual idea. And we mentioned that earlier, Goggle Candy. You know, success is perception based, right? It's up to the individual to define that, right? So I think that being like, oh, well, male VTubers are not successful, or they can't be successful, or they're less successful. Well, I don't know what your level of success is. Again, like, for some people that's 1,000 viewers, for some people that's 1 viewer, you know, I don't know. But whatever you define it as, that's your individual goal, and nobody can take that away from you.
That's true. If you think about it in that kind of sense, like I've seen posts about this before. I've done it myself also. It's like, you know, 5 people is like a party. You know, 10 people is like, I don't know, a small classroom, or like 20 people's a classroom. You know, 40 people's a movie theater. Like right now, Elara's got basically, I don't know, like 3 movie theaters worth of people like just watching us right now, which is absolutely insane. And I would say that's a huge success, honestly. But other people might say you're not successful unless you hit 1,000, 2,000, you know, 3,000 viewers. You know, some people who watch the live people, you know, they have like hundreds of thousands of people watching. Queso has like hundreds of thousands of people watching him. You know, but like, so what is success really, except for what you kind of determine? And if you feel like you're successful, then go with it. Why heck not, you know?
You know, I have a friend, I'm not going to out them, obviously, but I will mention this because this will shatter a lot of your perception, chat, which is really funny. I have a friend, he is an engineer, IRL, and he has easily a 6-figure, you know, sum of money every year. This guy is like a big deal. He's very smart, very educated. He works for very large companies, engineer. He makes some big bucks, chat. And this guy streams to like 10 viewers. Now, most people would be like, oh, well, you're not successful because you only have 10 viewers, blah, 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 which is fucked up, by the way. But also, this guy is doing this because he wants to, and it's fun for him, right? It's a passion. Where this guy is also making 6-figure subs outside of streaming. So, like, what do you define as success, right? For him, he's just having fun. So, I think, again, yeah, and 10 viewers is great too. Like, but some people are like, oh, only 10 viewers? That's not successful. So, again, it's all based on what you think defines your own success. Nobody can define that for you, right?
Oh, 10 viewers is amazing, especially with how convoluted like the streaming community is at this point, you know? I remember just back when I started, and like how long it took to get to the double-digit viewers. It took like a couple months. It was rough. It was very rough. Maybe even more than a couple months, to be honest. But you know, like, yeah, no, if you get those 10 viewers, like, and you're happy and you're, you know, living life and you're not, you know, struggling in other forms of fashion, heck, that's successful to me, you know.
It's like you're at a table with 10 buddies. It's like our Discord calls where we play Night Rain and I mute myself because I don't want to talk to y'all. Exactly.
10 engaged viewers is a great thing. Imagine if it's like 5 engaged the other 5, and that's what they mean by engage. No.
And then they like fight each other? Yeah, in Mortal
Kombat.
Oh
no, I meant like you're gonna get married, but you know, yeah, sure, why not? You know?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, we're gonna put these 5 viewers on one side and 5 viewers on the other side, and you guys are gonna fight each other, okay?
And then they all kiss at the end.
Whoever wins gets a sub, you know, like this is, you know.
I love
Fight for my entertainment.
So I always like to get to a point where I ask chat if you have any questions or comments, or obviously Flair is a great resource since he has a direct comparison to being a male VTuber that has a shared channel with a female VTuber.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna bring her out for a second. Yeah, you're good. I'm just gonna bring out the model.
Yeah, absolutely. So please, you know, ask away, chat, or any comments or anything you guys want to make. Because again, I feel like this was a last minute change, right, to our stream to do this discussion. So obviously you have a great resource here. I can only offer you so much because, you know, unlike what Tutor thinks, I'm not a guy, so you might have to ask Flair about all that, not me.
She'll pop up eventually.
You're fine. What do you think is the main substance that separates VTubing from IRL streaming? And why would one be more difficult than the other? So, I think for me, like, VTubing is a medium, right? I think it's just how you want to present yourself, and also things that you value, right? So VTubing, you have like anonymity, but also maybe you're just more into that medium, right? Like you like the anime look. So I think it's more the main substance that separates VTubing from IRL streaming is personal preference, right? What would be more difficult than the other? It's hard to say, right? Everybody's gonna be different, right? I guess with IRL streaming, I will say
weird.
this.
Oh, she's not even properly on yours. Hold on, you know what? I'll just change.
Yeah, you're good.
You just swap. What are you doing?
I'll swap. Don't worry.
Why are you making it freaky?
My bad, Umbry. She's judging me, guys. She's judging me.
I would say. So if you don't know this, he has actually talked to me, because my first time streaming was as a VTuber, right? I never streamed before. Ia used to tell me when she IRL streamed, she had a lot of inappropriate comments, right? People over sexualizing her, stuff like that. So I guess my only thing I could say from my perception is maybe IRL streaming might cause stuff like that. Again, I don't really know. I think it just depends on everybody. You know, everybody's different, right? Oh my god, Flair died.
I'm sorry if I broke your stream.
You're good. You're fine. It's worth it. It's worth it. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Okay. All right.
It took you a second to load in there.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I love it.
So yeah, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Umbry,
so,
guys.
Mando. Like, you know, I've said this to people before. That I'm like, you would never say that to me. Like, people would come to my stream and be like, oh yes, jiggle them up and down. I'm like, if I was to walk by you on the street, you would never say that to me. But like, yeah, maybe so. Maybe there are more sexual comments because of the anonymity. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. I can only share my perception, right?
Well, for me, well, I feel like this is a good example actually that I just turned into Umbry right here. This is like part of the beauty of VTubing, because I could not turn into Umbry, you know, if I was, you know, in real life, you know. Again,
but
like
you're not a Phoenix IRL. What's wrong with you?
My bad. Sorry, I totally. My bad, guys. My bad, guys. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. No, but like I do have fun. Like we do again live cam stream. We used to be live cam streamers, so we do have the very rare live cam stream here and there, and we do have people that come in because they don't get to see our faces as often, which is fine. But there's so much more fun stuff that I can do as a VTuber that I couldn't do in real life. That I find to be entertaining, you know, and part of the fun, I guess you could say. So like, you know, again, I'm not a real like Phoenix VTuber, not a real like here I am dancing on a table, you know. It's just like stuff like that. It's like, you know, like I know, right? My version. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe this guy is here and he's in a hot girl's body. Oh my god.
This is so sad, chat. Can we get 500 gifted subs?
Can we get 500
I have to come up with a
gifted
ridiculous
subs,
number
guys?
because they'll actually do it. I always have to do that now. Last time I was like, oh yeah, gift 100 subs, and they actually did it. I'm like, okay, y'all are stupid. So now I have to come up with ridiculous numbers.
You stop that right now because I see that you still have that 3 hours and 44 minutes left on your subathon.
Don't mention it to them. Just let it die. Let it die, Flair, please.
Let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
I'm gonna just get here, but did y'all discuss? viewer popularity-wise and more obtainable for female VTubers rather than male VTubers. And what a group needs this go gap, for lack of a better phrase. Nova, inherently there is more of a the demographic is inherently more favorable to female VTubers. However, that doesn't mean that you can't be a male VTuber and still create great content and be successful, right? It's just like, because you are because people are like, oh, you're inherently not the most popular, you won't be successful, right? And in a sense, to me, like successful, I'm saying like, let's just say full-time streamer, right? There's lots of wonderful male VTubers that are full-time that are still doing their thing, right? So like, I don't know, like, everybody has inherent advantages and disadvantages, so thank you for gifting us up to 500 gifted subs. Nice, love that. Yo, what's up, Sid? How are you? Thank you for the raid. We're talking about male VTubing. Oh my god, male VTubing. I'm gonna play my raid video really quick. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the raid, sweetheart. Mostly because I can't stop it.
Because I can't stop it.
Yeah, I kind of automated this like a long time ago, and I can't figure out how to unautomate it.
Oh no! What is the minimum raid number for this to go off? Because you've had raids before.
I think that I have different raids. So like I think if it's like 10 to 30, it does the little like night. If it's like 30 to 99, it does like the little raining skeletons. And if it's 100 or more, it does the raid video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like different ones. Thank you for the raid, Sid. How are you, sweetheart? We're talking about the whole male VTubing thing. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of this stuff going around over on Twitter. We were talking about Asmongold saying that, you know, of course, male VTubers serve no purpose. So we've just been yapping about that. But how are you? Thank you for the raid.
Here, I'll go back to my normal model because
you're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine. I'm appreciating Leon's following on. Hell yeah. You know, if I was gonna be a male VTuber, I'm gonna be a Leon VTuber. Exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, chat, any other thoughts or anything that you wanted to add to this? I just think my wrap up for this entire whole discourse around male VTubing is that even though inherently, demographically, it might not offer an advantage for you, that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue something that you're very passionate about, or something that you love, or something that you just want to do. Everybody's success is defined differently by their own personal values, right? So I can't tell you what's successful for yourself. Only you can decide that. And you shouldn't have to lean into anything that you're uncomfortable with. If you don't want to do ASMR or fan service, don't do it. You can still be just as successful by exploring other opportunities as long as you work hard and create good content. It's literally that easy. Well, maybe not that easy, but you get what I mean.
No, absolutely. No. And also to answer Carrie's question over there, do you think in real life disabled VTubers have an advantage? No, I don't think anyone has a disadvantage. I feel like everyone has different challenges, and obviously that is their own challenge as well. I don't think anyone is at a disadvantage, because I feel like the minute you say, and this can go against the male, the female, once you accept and you say that there is a disadvantage at something, you use it as an excuse for whatever failures you may go through. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but that's true. Like, you know, you're like, oh, maybe I'm just not pretty enough. Oh, maybe I'm just not this. Why am I not getting enough? It's honestly, it's not a disadvantage. Sometimes you just have to keep pushing. Like, you just have to keep putting out content.
It's like a growth mindset, right? Like, you see things as an obstacle. So instead of, like, sitting at the obstacle and just, like, burying your head in the sand, how do you overcome that obstacle, right? Everybody has inherent skills and abilities and disadvantages, right? Like, guys, I'm built like a fucking AirPod. Do you think I can run well? Hell no. I'm not gonna be the fastest person out on the track field, you know? Like, that's just how it is.
An AirPod? What does that mean? You're square?
No, look, look, look at a picture of an AirPod. I'm very top heavy. I'm very top heavy, Flair.
Oh, is that your head? Is that your head and the rest of you just a stick? Is that what's going on here?
No, it's my tits, Flair.
Where's your head? Where's your head, Elara? She's just headless. She's just a body with boobs.
Literally. Oh my god. That's so funny. Like, everybody has inherent disadvantages and advantages. Lean into what makes you strong, right? If you're really, really good at, I don't know, investigative work, then do that kind of stuff for your content. You know, like, if you're passionate about Elden Ring, then fucking go out there and make Elden Ring content. You know, like, again, I don't think that anybody should be told that they have to do this to be successful. Because number one, I don't think that's right. Number two, it's not guaranteed to even work for you.
Oh yeah. No, everyone's different. Everyone has their different niche and different challenges. Again, like I said, you bringing up the disabled thing or the male whatever. You know, we have two streamers on our same channel. You think that we're gonna get the same audience that likes both of us all the time? No, it puts us at a disadvantage also. But I don't complain about it. You know, it is what it is. You know, we just keep pushing until we get that audience that accepts us both and just keeps going.
Absolutely. As an aspiring VTuber wants to voice act a character for my tabletop universe, I appreciate these takes. Absolutely. You got this. Yes, the headless boob woman, that's me. Coming to a theater near you, Halloween. What the fuck?
Oh, hell yeah. I actually want to be a voice actor also, but that's a whole other animal of attempts and trials and tribulations and stuff like that. So, yeah. Just keep on keeping on. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, Flair, thank you so much for chatting about this, and of course offering us your very unique story and also your insight into stuff, especially again having a shared channel where it is both male and female. I feel like he had some insight that Flair could offer that literally nobody else in the world can actually offer, so I appreciate that. And what do you have coming up on your channel?
On our channel, well, this week Umbree's feeling kind of sick, so she's actually taking off right now. So this week,
we feel better, Umbrie?
Yeah, no, slowly getting better. This Thursday, I'm gonna be playing some more Pocopia, and then Saturday, I think I'm gonna be fixing up. I'm gonna do some art streams. I'm gonna be fixing that up, and then coming up in the next couple months, we actually have some new stuff for our models that's going to be debuting soon. So, because we have some new updates that Dima didn't get around to the first time around, but she was going to put it off till later. So, we're going to be working on that. So, lots of cool stuff coming up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dima's a busy girly, so very understandable.
Oh, and Umbrie keeps saying cup in the background. Yes, we're also getting a cup design, so we should be getting our own cup soon as well. So
ooh, let's go. Well, a lot to look forward to, Chad. That sounds exciting.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's always fun hanging with you.
I know it's been too long. That's what I was saying. So thank you for giving me your time and, of course, hanging out. This is very last minute for me. I was supposed to stream this morning, but I was like, you know what? This thing is going on, and I feel like it deserves like a whole conversation. So I was like, let's get some of the guys together and ask them, because I feel like topics like this, or just in general, right? A lot of people don't really openly discuss this type of stuff. Like having a discussion here versus talking about it on Twitter is a very different animal, right? So I'm really enjoying these a lot. I've been doing these more, and I think you guys are enjoying it as well. So I want to keep kind of doing these, especially about hot button topics, right? Kind of bring them up and, talk about it. People that have specialty insight, especially like Flair does here. So thank you for giving me your time. Is there somebody that you would like to raid? Any of your friends or anything? I would love for you to guide the raid.
Oh,
I can pick somebody if you want, up to you.
You know what? I got a good one. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you know of Pocket Trash, but
yes, that's my child.
Oh, okay. Then Pocket.
This is A and I's daughter. Yeah, she's my daughter.
Oh, she's your daughter?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah,
no,
she's my daughter. She's our adoptive daughter that we forgot about.
I was gonna
There's
say
a whole
you're.
lore.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's
all right.
a whole fucking lore. So
yeah,
we love Pocket.
Yeah, let's sign into Pocket.
Pocky is one of my really good friends. So, well, chat, thank you for yapping today. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for talking with me and Flare and Redclaw. Please have a lovely, lovely rest of your night. And I will see you tomorrow for a lot of VTuber news. And guys, we have a lot to catch up on because we're going to talk about not only, of course, a follow-up to this whole situation we talked about today, but we also got to talk about a Sonic creator that has got super called out in a whole Google Docky, all kinds of other stuff. So, yippee. So, all right, guys, see you later. Have a good rest of your night. Take care and go. Make sure you go give Flare and Umbria a follow, okay?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Well, I didn't know you had that. That's cool as fuck.
I know.
Yeah, I love that. What the hell? That's cool as fuck. You just have to tell me about this. That's funny.